Hi, it's Maria, and this video is going to be about how to stop yourself from overeating. I do have weight loss tips that have helped me lose 85 pounds so far, but that's going to have to be another video. This one's strictly about overeating. The whole reason I got to 267 pounds was because I love food and I love to eat, and I still do. I still love food and I still love to eat. So back before I even started my weight loss, and I would watch YouTube videos, I would see people saying things like, if you would just watch your portions or count how many calories you have, blah, blah, blah. And I used to sit there and go, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, I didn't really already know that. Most people know that if you did watch your portions, you wouldn't be overweight, or not as severely overweight as I was. And so that didn't help. That was not news to me. I knew I should watch my portions. The thing was, how could I? That took willpower. And so I felt overwhelmed. Like there was no way I could do it, because if it was going to be a battle of the mind, I felt like I had already lost. I loved food. I loved to eat too much. I loved to eat until I felt full and stuffed. And if I didn't eat until I felt full and stuffed, then I felt unsatisfied, which would end up making me eat an hour later something else. And I would end up with even more calories for the day if I didn't actually eat until I was really full, because then I didn't feel satisfied mentally, and I would continue to look for food to eat, and it got me to 267 pounds. So what I did was to try out a whole bunch of little tricks until I found something that worked. And you have to retrain yourself. And the only way to do that is, weight loss takes two things, and without these two things, you're not going to lose weight. The first one being time, and the second one being effort. You cannot lose weight without time going by. You're not going to lose weight overnight. And if you don't put in the effort, nothing's going to happen. Now, the problem is the effort. That's where I had the trouble. I didn't have the willpower. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm not satisfied unless I eat the whole darn pizza. How am I going to stop myself from doing that? The times I would try, let's say I got a medium and there's 8 slices, if I only try to eat 4 slices, that's enough calories in itself, okay? Then I would end up later, you know, in the middle of the night eating the other 4 plus something else, because I wanted to feel totally stuffed and full. So this is what I did. What I started to do, if you just feel like you have to clean your plate or you're not satisfied, you know, when you hear people say, if you go to a restaurant, split the meal in half and take half home, that wasn't going to cut it for me. I wanted to eat the whole thing. Or if I did split it in half and took it home, I ate it immediately after getting home. I wanted to finish it. So what I started to do was to leave 1 or 2 bites at a time there on the plate that I wasn't going to eat, that I wasn't taking home. If I was out, I just wasn't going to eat it. Now, it kind of drove me crazy to leave 1 bite or 2 bites, but it was doable. And so I would go like that for weeks until I left 1 bite all the time or 2 bites all the time, and it started to feel normal. As soon as that felt normal, I pushed myself again, and I would leave another bite besides those 2 bites. So this is how eventually I got to the point to where I could leave food on my plate and not feel like I just had to eat it or I was going to go nuts. And this is how I reduced my portions as well. And one thing I did while I was doing this is, whatever normal bite, people who like to eat and they binge, they're not dainty eaters. Normally you take huge bites of things and you like, you know, your cheeks full. That's a lot of the reason you eat in private, because you don't want anybody seeing you like that. What I started to do was take half of the bite that I would normally have taken, and I forced myself to chew it twice as long. And then as soon as I swallowed, and you've got to do this, there's no way around it. If you want to help yourself, you got to do this. I would take 3 or 4 big swigs of water in between each bite. If you can't hang with that much water and you have to do soda, then start it with soda. You got to start somewhere. Eventually switch it to water. But when you do this, if you take half the bite that you're normally taking and you chew twice as long, and then you take 3 or 4 swigs of something in between, you're gonna end up feeling full and stuffed before you're done. And that's for if you just have to have that full or stuffed feeling. Do that. Okay, that's another trick that I did, and I would end up feeling full or stuffed, and there was food left, so I was consuming less calories because I was doing it with water. When I did do it with soda, it was diet soda, which is still bad for you, but it's better than not doing this at all. So I'll use another example. Let's say you go to the theater and you have to have popcorn, and you're the kind of person that just has to have popcorn, and you want the big bag and you've got to eat it all by yourself. Start off by leaving an inch of popcorn at the bottom, and like I said, once you've done that enough times and it feels normal and it doesn't bother you anymore, leave another inch. Before you know it, you're going to be buying the medium instead of the large, and so on and so on. This is a long road, and this will take time because you have to allow yourself to get used to, like I said, leaving that 1 bite or 2 bites. But that has worked for me completely. I have lost 85 pounds. You know, sure, it's taken a year, but a year ago, if somebody had told me ahead of time it's going to take a whole year for you to lose 85 pounds, I probably would have gotten upset, to be honest. I wouldn't have liked it, and I might have said forget it. But you know what? That year would have gone by and I wouldn't be where I'm at. And I'm so close to goal. My goal is 167 pounds. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when I was 267, 167 sounded like a dream. I never thought I could even get close to it, and I'm 182 right now, so I am like at the brink of goal, and I'm positive that I will still lose weight beyond that, but that'll just be icing on the cake. Losing 85 pounds so far has just been amazing. Health-wise, I feel so much different. I feel way better, not just physically, but emotionally. I still have those days where I look at myself in the mirror and I'm disgusted and I feel gross, and I don't know if that'll ever end. I mean, in high school I was like 125 pounds and I thought I was huge, so I don't know if I just have body dysmorphia. I mean, obviously right now I am actually overweight, so when I feel overweight, I'm feeling the truth. But what I mean is, if I got down to being that thin again, I can't honestly say that I still wouldn't feel like I needed improvement. But that's something I'm just going to have to work on. But as for physical health, I am way better, losing 85 pounds so far. So if you are an overeater and you just like to eat too much, please try this trick. It really does work. Just leave one little bite, 1 bite. If that's all you can do, just leave 1 bite. And do it every single meal. And once you get used to that, push yourself again and leave another bite. Or, you know, instead of having 6 slices of pizza, try 5. Or if you can't handle that, 5.5. Leave a few bites of the last piece that you would have eaten. Eventually, it becomes a habit and you get used to it and you can push yourself some more. And although I would like to be at goal already, and I do get frustrated because it's taking long, I am better off losing it slowly, because most people who lose weight too fast overnight, they don't get the time to learn the healthy habits in between, and they don't get used to eating a certain way. And once they lose their weight and they relax, they end up gaining a lot, if not a lot of it, if not all of it back. And I don't feel that's going to happen with me, because the times I maintain, those are very simple. It's easy for me to maintain now, because I have learned, you know, good eating habits. I still struggle, trust me, I still struggle. And the only reason I'm struggling is because I'm still trying to lose weight. If I were just maintaining, it wouldn't be a struggle, because I don't overeat calories anymore. And I'm used to it, and I rarely get tempted. I don't eat more than maintain calories hardly ever. When I do, it's because I ate a special treat, like, you know, ice cream or cake or something. So the struggle I'm having is reducing my calories enough to where I'm actually going to lose weight. I haven't exercised for, tomorrow will make 3 weeks, because I get obsessed. When I start exercising, I get too obsessed, and then I cut my calories way low, like unhealthy low. I'm an extremist, and I tend to do the extreme. Either I do too little or I do too much, and my problem is having trouble finding the middle ground. but I'm slowly doing that. So anyway, I hope this helped you. If you're an overeater or a binger, please try these little tricks. Like I said, they're going to take time and it's going to take patience, but it does work. And I'll make another video later with actual diet tricks, ways to, you know, cut your calories, little tricks you can do. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.